In this video, we're going to be using Barbus Classic, which you see right there, and the Leaf. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And today, we're going to use the Big Dude Barbus, which you see right there. This is the Classic shaving cream, which Barbus sent me, the gentleman from Barbus. Thank you so much, sir. And he sent it in this bag where it says Big Dude, Big Dude. And we're going to enjoy a head shave today and try to just relax. There's been a lot going on and some things that sort of bum me out a little bit, but we just want to get a good shave today and enjoy that little bit of Zen time that we share together. And I hope you will too. So we're going to use the Leaf, and I hope you'll stick around today. Even if you normally don't watch the head shaves, maybe you watch it today and just share a little bit of your time with me. I would appreciate it. So let's go ahead and mist the dome to start out with, but while we're talking about the Barbus. So this is the Barbus Classic Shaving Cream. We'll put a picture for you right there. Good price on this. You can get a 2-pack. I will link it below. And the quantity of both tubes together is 5.29 ounces. And that is a very good price on our cost chart of $3.40 an ounce, so not pricey. The ingredients, I don't actually know what the ingredients are, and it's not on the website. But this is a product of Slovakia. I do believe I've used several of these products, and I do like them. I've enjoyed them, and I think a lot of us have enjoyed supporting the Barbus guys. So let's mist again, because why not? By the way, the mister, some people ask about it. There'll be links below if you're interested. So hit that little, if you're on mobile, you usually have to press something and then it'll drop down. You'll see the links and the people I mention and all sorts of good stuff. And this video will be going up as my Sunday regular video, because my mother is coming to town this weekend, and she lives down in Charlotte, which is about 4 hours from here. She's been having some health issues, and she's going to have a procedure in the near future, and so I'm gonna visit with Mom, and we'll hope and pray for the best. It's been tough sorting through all that, when your loved ones get sick and ill, and who expects that? No one. But I know a lot of you are going through that. Some of you have lost loved ones recently. Prayers and blessings out to everyone, including those of you who are going through, health issues yourself or your family members. It does make it tough when people you care about are ill. My mother-in-law is also going through cancer, has been for about the last year. I just, as I've mentioned in a previous video, just lost my aunt a couple of months ago to cancer. And, these things sort of stacking up, they have an effect on you. And so what I try to do is maintain a positive attitude about it as best I can. But I must say, so today is Thursday. Again, I'm shooting this video for Sunday because I know I'm going to be gone. Something happened this morning that really, it bummed me out that people like this still exist, but they do. Dave from Up for a Shave with Dave, who I will link his channel below, sent me a message, and it's like a day or two after what happened with Marcos El Chingon. Somebody made some very, very disparaging remarks, called him a name that I will not repeat on this channel. And of course, by the time you see this, I will have already spoken about this on Real Talk, because we'll definitely talk about this. But basically called him a racist name. Dave, if you watch his channel, and I invite you to go watch his channel and subscribe, he does nothing but send positive vibes for everyone. We talk, we're in some of the group chats and video chats and stuff, and Dave is a cool and great guy. And it really bothered me to see people doing that to him, because I've got to know him some, and he's just a breath of fresh air. He's always being positive. And so it bummed me out seeing sort of some of the old school sort of trolling coming back. And I know the best thing to do is to ignore the trolls. But on the same token, we can't allow trolls to come into our community and make these racist attacks. This is the third one in a week. Two of them on Latinos, and now Dave, who's African American. And it's just one of those things that normally we don't see this sort of thing in our community, but now all of a sudden, three pretty close together. And it bums me out that those people, David Gonzalez is one who's had this done to him, Marcos, and now Dave Carter. And I hope this isn't the beginning of a trend, because I just want to let you know, if you're somebody who holds those views and you're watching this channel is not for you. You're not welcome here. And I don't ever want to invite people to leave my channel, because I like for you to be here. But if you're going to be attacking other people on a racial basis, using terms that are deeply, I should say, sorry, I'm tongue twisted, hurtful, for no reason, for people you don't know, this is not the place for you. And our community as a whole is not the place for you. Because I can assure you that those of us who make content in this community will not tolerate it. And if you are found out, we will expose you, and you'll basically be shunned in the community. You're just not going to stand for it. So Dave, I'm sorry, Marcos, I'm sorry, and David, that's three within a week, and we haven't seen this type of thing for a very long time, fortunately, and now it's crept up. And I must admit, when I saw it bummed me out, because Dave, all he does is send positive vibes and love. Marcos the same. Now, David Gonzalez, he's like me. He has strong opinions. I can understand why David Gonzalez might not be everybody's cup of tea. But on the same token, it doesn't give you the right to belittle him personally. If you want to debate him because you don't like his philosophy or perspective or whatever, that's fine. Same thing with me. But we don't invite you to make personal attacks. And so, those three gentlemen did not deserve the treatment that they got. And, I just want all of us in this community, whether you're a viewer or content creator, to make sure that we're on the same page on this, which is we're just not going to tolerate it. So if we can find out who these people are, they're going to be gone. We're going to report the accounts, and maybe they'll keep creating accounts, but they can keep creating it. We can at least make it hard on them. So that's that. And of course, the issue with my mother and with my mother-in-law has weighed heavily on me. So that's all the heavy stuff at the beginning. Let's talk a little bit about Barbus here. He also sent two chocolate type snacks. And this one, which I'm going to show you right here, it's Lina, Lena maybe. I don't know how that's said. It was great. It was great. He sells those on his website, which is linked below. And I will link these products for you. So if you're interested in maybe your kids, would dig a treat from Slovakia, just something cool, give it a shot. I think he sells them in 6-packs, but the links are below. They were good because I ate both of them and I like both of them. So thank you, big dude Barbus. He's very supportive of us. And so I hope you'll consider checking out some of these products. And I'm gonna use an aftershave today too. That's from his shop. The big dude Barbus. We have a lot of fun. And again, like I said before, he supported a lot of us. He is there to comment on every video. He makes the rounds. And so there's a lot of artisans who, they're not supportive unless you're using their thing. They're not stopping by. They're not watching the content. And I understand they're busy. But this gentleman is, and that means something to me. It really does. I like the artisans who are also involved in the community just beyond making their product. Like they're out there, they're commenting on the video. There's plenty of artisans, honestly, that when I make a video, they don't comment. Like you'll tag them on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. You don't hear anything. They just, either they don't have time or they don't care. It means something to me when there's guys like this who do care. And so that's why I have bought products there, and I intend to buy more. I'm going to buy that, he's got another shaving soap, I think it's Active. That's the one I'm going to get. Because I don't think I've tried that one yet. I'm going to buy it. But last time I tried to buy it, it wouldn't let me check out for some reason. So I got to get that squared away. But I am definitely going to buy more Barbus, just simply because, if for no other reason than he's supportive. But I must say, the products work great. I don't think you're going to have any problem with them, not unless you're allergic to an ingredient or something, which certainly can happen to anybody. But so far, my shaves with the Barbus have been fine. The scent on this, to me, just sort of clean and fresh. I have a hard time describing it. It's really difficult to describe. Maybe like slightly citrusy, but it's got another type of scent to it that I cannot describe. Smells kind of like the, smells like the classic shaving soap, which you've seen me use outdoors a couple of times and indoors. I do like it. And that's kind of soap that I like to use when I go camping. I don't know why. It just became the sort of big dude Barbus, camping soap. Certainly not because it's inferior in any way, because it works great. But honestly, most of these products work very, very well. And so this one isn't priced in a way that's, exorbitantly expensive. And I appreciate that as a value-minded person, because I do try a lot of things. I'm also fortunate enough that, things like this do get sent to me, and I really appreciate that, because certainly I couldn't do it all on my own. So thank you, Mr. Barbus, and look for me to be doing more business with you, just because I enjoy the way he supports people. And you'll know if you've seen him, big dude, Barbus. And honestly, as far as the product goes, I've never had any problem with it. And I'd say I've used Barbus at least 4 to 5 times now. And those treats, if nothing else, check them out. The first one that I showed in the video the other day were like wafers, which I've seen in the US. And then the other one had the one I showed you earlier has nuts, chocolate. It's pretty good. I'm just doing a little bit of touching up here just to get these remaining little spots. The shave has actually been good. I know we covered some sort of heavy material at the beginning. I just needed to vent, honestly, because sometimes, it's not always unicorns and rainbows and all that stuff. Just needed a place to vent, and I hope you don't mind. And I gotta say, there's other people who have emailed me about their life situation, and they're going through difficult times, and some of them very sobering situations. And they use these videos, not necessarily videos, but they use their shaves as that moment to focus on themselves and luxuriate, so to speak. And I think that's terrific. And so today for me was just a therapeutic, and trying to get a good dumb shave in too, which I have. And the leaf always works wonderfully for me. I was going to use the quad razor, the Wilkinson sword, but I decided, what? I don't want to have to pay attention and focus. I just want to roll with the leaf, because I'm used to, once you get used to this, that pivot actually works well, because, it's doing that for you. And on the dome, that's very helpful. And I believe Up for a Shave Dave uses the leaf too. We were talking about it earlier today. But please, folks, support these guys like Up for a Shave Dave, Marcos, David Gonzalez. Not only because, they've been attacked, but because, they're out there, they're sharing this content, they're putting themselves out there just like everybody else. And I hope you'll check them out. I will link their channels below. And also, let's remember, we got to stick together within the community. And although sometimes we argue about gear and philosophy and all those sort of things, the one thing we have to be united on is these racial attacks and attacks on people on a personal basis. We just can't allow this to happen. So when you see it, please, please, please report it. Let us know so we can block these people, so we can report these accounts. We're certainly not going to let it stand. Okay, let me rinse the dome and we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we're back with the Lancaster towel here. And I believe he had a drop yesterday, so I hope you were able to snag one if you want to. It is a very nice towel. And again, all you have to do is pat. You don't need to rub. It'll wick that moisture right off. That was a really nice shave. The Barbus Classic, it did me right. It did me right. And so no problems. In the leaf was just Derby premium blades, which work fine. 3 of them. No problem with that. And we're going to finish off today with the Dermacol. I'll put a picture of it right there for you. This is the Gentleman's Touch aftershave, and I will use around half of this. I forgot to mention today's brush was APShaveco 30mm White Wizard. Excellent, excellent brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to do head shaves with because it's got that big knot, and those just, for me, work very well for head shaving. So let's, I forgot to hit it with the magic made by witches. What am I doing? Can't afford to do that. You got to get this action in. So let's work that right quick. And now on to the, again, I forgot already what it was called, the Dermacol Gentleman's Touch. And these samples, by the way, which were very generous, I will be sending to another shaver so they too can enjoy the big dude Barbus. Thank you very much, Mr. Barbus. And let's see if we can get some of this out of here. It's a vacuum. So there we go. Maybe one more. There we go. Well, one more. So, see, still a good bit in there. Let's set that there and let's slap it on the dome. And the face, of course. Nice. These aftershaves have smelled pretty good. And I must say, the poker face one that I used the other day, it hung around a long time. So, nice. These aftershaves have sort of a classic vibe to them. I can't really describe them other than to say they'll remind you of the classic aftershaves that you get. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but I will say I enjoy them. I like them. And so I'm happy to try this. And I hope I'll send this to somebody down the road and we'll get their take on it as well. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Please, 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 let's put an end to these idiotic trolls. Report them, spread the word, let everybody know. No place in our hobby for this sort of foolishness. I want to thank you once again for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.